welcome back to my channel, or if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany, and in today's video we're going to transform my laundry room into something more than a blank wall. I couldn't think of the words, but let me just show you guys what we're working with. So as you can see, there's literally nothing on our wall. There's nothing on any of the walls. Our laundry room is a hot mess right now because we've been moved into our house for about 2 weeks. You can probably see right here, we did have a shelf. That shelf came standard with the house, but the day after we closed, my husband came in and ripped it off the wall, and we had everything repainted. And so the painters just painted over it. We told them it didn't have to be like perfect or anything like that because we are putting up cabinets. So anyways, this is basically what we're working with. And in case you are new to my channel, we did just buy this home. We closed on November 14th. I don't know when this video is gonna go up, but we've been in our home for 2 weeks now. This is our first home we've ever owned, and we're doing little projects here and there. We did do a shiplap wall in my bedroom, so that video is already up on my channel. So if you wanna check that out, you can check it out. And this is the next room we wanna work on. We actually wanted to have this done before we moved in, but the painters did take longer and painting the house, so we weren't able to get in here and get it done before we actually moved in. Our thought process behind this room, I saw a picture on Pinterest, good old Pinterest, and I loved the way that it looked, and I really kind of wanted to copy it. So we went to IKEA today, our third time is a charm, because we tried buying these cabinets 2 other times and they were kept being sold out of different items that we needed. But finally when we went in today, we were able to get everything we needed. But we've already gone to Home Depot to get like the backsplash that we're doing, and we already have the rod. So originally, like I said earlier, they did have a shelf on the wall and it also had a rod to hang clothes. So we're going to keep that rod, cut it down, and just basically reuse it to be the rod still, because I love the idea of cabinets for storage and also to hide if it looks a little messy, but I also want a rod to hang up clothes for clothes, you know, that we don't want to dry and things like that. So I still wanted that, and then I also want to add a shelf, which we still have to buy the wood for that. So this is definitely going to be a couple of days project. We're not gonna be like, oh, we have to have it done by a set day. So this is going to take us time just because we're not in a rush to get it done, if that makes sense. We're basically going to work on it. It's really gonna be my husband doing it whenever he is out of work. So it's probably gonna take us a couple of days, but that is okay. I'm just excited that we're even starting this project. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to him putting together the cabinets. One cabinet is done, halfway done, because we are going to put a door on it and we're gonna do the push to close, but that is the last thing we do. So now he's gonna go ahead and build the second cabinet, and then we gotta run to Home Depot, sir? Yes, run to Home Depot to get some screws and this thingy. What is this thingy? A saw. It is the next day, so day 2 of doing our laundry room. So last night we did end up going to Home Depot. We had to get some screws and a hacksaw, and I think that was it, because the long like rail, I'll show you guys, that needs to be hung up, that at IKEA, they don't give it to you true to size, so you have to like cut it down. So our cabinets are 18 inches wide by 13, no wait, it's 18 inches deep. It's 18 by 30, so 30 inches long. And so yeah, it's gonna be wide. So the metal rail that they give you, I don't know how long it is, but they said you wanna cut it down to, I think 17 3/4, I believe is what they said. So that's what he actually just got done doing. So you can see right here, so this is the rail that gets hung up on the wall, and then this is actually what the cabinet's attached to. So we needed to get screws for this. We just wanted to get different ones, like thicker, more sturdier ones for it. So he actually just got done cutting it down, so the hacksaw ended up working because we were like, hoping that it would work, and we wouldn't need to buy, you know, a real expensive machine for it. And right now he is in here measuring and getting ready to attach it to the wall, and then we'll do the cabinets. We want to have that up first before we do the backsplash. That way we, you know, because we do have to cut the backsplash. So this is what he's working on right now. And then in case you're wondering for the height away from the ceiling, they typically suggest to not have like cabinets literally go up to the roof because, which I never knew this until owning a home, a roof is never like perfectly straight. Like you're always gonna see like a wave is what you call, I don't know what the exact terminology is, but it looks kind of like a wave. So some walls you can see it more than others, but you can always kind of see like a dip or a wave. And so you can never get anything to like perfectly line up to like the line. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. So what we decided to do was do 2 inches from the top. That way there is a little bit of a gap. And that way too, it won't be like so noticeable with like a wave. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so he's right now finding the studs, and then he's going to screw that on, hang up the cabinets, and that way we can see what it looks like, and then start adding possibly. I don't know if we're gonna do it exactly today because it is later in the afternoon night, and my husband does work early in the morning. He has to get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning for work. So I don't know how much is gonna get done today, but for sure he wanted to get the railing put up and the cabinets hung up just to see, you know, what it's gonna look like. So if we don't start the backsplash of the tiles today, that is fine. We can always, this is basically just gonna be a work in progress. Like I said yesterday, we're not like rushing to get this done. We wanna get it done, but we're not in a rush or a hurry or deadline type of thing. Small problem or a big problem, especially because we just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes in the wall. Well, that's just like on one side, but basically we got one side hung up, no problem. So this side got hung up, he was able to put the shelving up, and then this side he was able to get 1 screw in, and then he's tried like 4 other ones, and it's going into like metal, or we're thinking maybe the exhaust from the dryer. We're not 100% sure. He's actually up in the attic right now to take a look. We couldn't see anything in the attic, and we honestly, like, by the way, we are not experts. I don't know if I've said that at all. This is our first time owning a home ever, just in case anybody is new here. Just a little bit of background. We moved in not even a month ago. And yeah, so this is our first home. We've never really done these kinds of, my husband's done some stuff, but like nothing, you know, like transforming a home. So it's about to get loud because he's about to drill, so I'm gonna walk into my office. He's not a contractor. He knows how to do basic things, but you know, he's not a contractor. So we don't know what's on the other side, or what's inside that wall, I should say, because on the other side of the wall is my daughter's bedroom, but what's inside the wall, we're not really sure, because on one side, you know, it went up perfectly and like there was wood there for the studs, but that is the washer side. So what he's trying to work on is the dryer side. So we don't know if maybe that's like a bunch of like the exhaust, like the air. There's also like one of those like exhaust fans. So we like on that side, so we don't know if something with that, but it's metal for sure, and we don't want to mess with it. We don't want to ruin anything. So now what we have to do to like remedy this is we have to move it all down, which is kind of a bummer. I really wanted it 2 inches from the top. It's kind of funny because my husband originally said, I think we should do 6 inches from the top. And I was like, 6 inches, no, I want it like 1 inch. And he was like, okay, no, 2 inches. So I was like, fine, 2. And he was drilling into the wall to see like how far down the metal goes. And it stops at about like 5.5 inches. So just to make it easier, like numbers wise, we're gonna do it 6 inches from the top now. And it's just funny because that's what he originally said. So I guess if I just agreed with that from the beginning, we wouldn't be running into this problem. So I'm kind of sad because I really wanted it as close as it could go, but it's the only way to make it work. And then I'm like, also like, God, we just put all of these holes into the wall, But I guess that's what happens whenever you want to do construction, you know, like transform a room, you know, like a makeover or something. I mean, you know, you do run into some hiccups. So I know it'll be fine, it'll still look good. So what he's going to do is the backsplash that we have, the smart tiles, we're just gonna have it go all the way up to the ceiling. So we're not gonna, cause we were like, okay, well, we still have paint left over, because if you don't know, we did paint our entire home, the inside. So we were just gonna patch up the holes and then paint over it, but we bought a bunch of the smart tiles, so we'll just have it extend all the way up, which I think will actually look really nice. So technically we don't even need to cover the holes, because the smart tiles, like the backsplash we're doing, is gonna cover it up anyway. So it's all gonna work out, but I do feel bad because now he has to take down everything that he just did and then redo it. So we're definitely not gonna do like the backsplash, since we just did run into this kind of like hiccup. We're just going to get the bars up and make sure that the cabinets can hang, and then we'll just deal with like the backsplash another day, because it is getting later in the day. So y'all can see the height difference. It doesn't really look, you're okay. It doesn't really look like that much of a height difference, does it? I mean, it's only what, 4 inches? Doesn't really look that bad. I'm a visual person, so for me, I really need to like see it to, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, see it to like make sense and like sink into your head and be like, oh, okay. So I think it'll be okay. But I'm just gonna go ahead and like let him be, because he already got the one side done. That way I'm out of his way. He can get the other side down and get it fixed. So I'm gonna stay out of the laundry room and let him be. That way he can get that done, because I know when I'm in there trying to like film and stuff, I'm like, wait, let me get that angle. Wait, do it again. So it's just easier if I'm kind of like out of his hair. That way he can hurry up and get that corrected. So anyways, I think it's gonna still turn out cute and good. Little bummed, but overall, I'm just excited to have my laundry room like all done. And here is the 2 cabinets. It honestly doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do wish it was a little bit taller, like higher, but it looks awesome, baby. Thank you. Looks really, really, really good. And to show you guys the backsplash that we're gonna do, this is what it's called. It's called Smart Tiles. And I really love the subway tile look. So it's a white tile with gray grout, because it's not real grout. But yeah, I just really love the look of that. Like you can see there behind, like in the picture of like a kitchen. So we're not going to do the entire wall, but we are going to obviously have to do that top part now. And then we're gonna be going down the center and we're not gonna go all the way to the floor either, but since there is a gap here, we are gonna do the gap. So I hope that makes sense. So since you'll see this, you know, we obviously wanna put the smart tile here, but we're not gonna do it behind the washer or dryer because no one's gonna see it, and that just doesn't make sense. And then we actually just opened up the package. We haven't even opened it up yet, but this is what it looks like. So I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, see? It's gonna be the backsplash.
How is it going to sit on there?
Because it's one big sticker, but don't peel it, okay? So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is glossy and it's very like, well, I don't want to say very thick, but it's definitely, it's thick. And you can basically cut this with like an X-Acto knife or a knife. And then you just line it up. Like I'm just kind of showing like a very basic way, but you line it up with the grout. And then, you know, it just kind of all like connects, and it's one big sticker. So you just peel off the backing and then stick it. And it feels like, it doesn't feel like paper either, you know, it feels like kind of squishy. I don't know if that makes sense. It's vinyl. Oh, okay, well, thank you, honey. That's the product, it's vinyl. And I was looking at the brand Smart Tiles, this brand, or I was looking at 3D Art, or I don't know if it's Art 3D. We got these at Home Depot. I will try to link everything down below for you guys. So like the cabinets that we got, the dimensions, these smart tiles, and that's really all that we're buying for this. Oh, we are gonna put in a shelf, which we haven't bought yet. That will have to be another Home Depot trip. But first things first, that we wanted to do was get the cabinets up, see how it's gonna look, then do the backsplash, and then we're going to do the bottom shelf. So that will be basically like the last thing that we do, because we're still deciding too, do we want that shelf to be white, or are we gonna like stain it like a wood color? So we're still debating. The reason why we went with the smart tiles over the Art 3D or 3D Art ones is because those ones were like paper. And a lot of the reviews said that you could literally see like through it. So like you would put it on the wall and you can see everything through it. And these smart tiles actually got a really good review. And also the picture that I found on Pinterest that I'm kind of like getting this whole idea from, they use the brand Smart Tiles as well. They just use a different color tile. They did like a really, really dark gray one. So for now, this is all we're gonna do is just have the cabinets hung up. I feel like that's probably like the hardest part. The most time consuming part for sure is gonna be the smart tiles because we have to like, you know, trim and cut and things like that. That's definitely gonna be more time consuming and both of us are gonna have to do it. But we're not gonna do it tonight because like I said, it is getting later and that's just something we're gonna do either on his next day off or like maybe one day when he gets, you know, home from work or something like that. It is day 3 in our laundry room and today we are working on getting the smart tiles, which is the backsplash, onto the wall and I am so excited. I feel like this is gonna probably take a couple of hours. I don't know, but the goal for today is to at least get all of the backsplash done and then hang up the cabinets. And then that way we can fully see what it's going to look like and then maybe hang the rod across. The last thing that we're going to be doing is adding in the shelf on the bottom area because number one, we don't even have the wood for it, but we also like want to see the cabinets and then measure to see how low that like shelf can even go with like the washer lid being up. So with that, we're just kind of waiting on because, you know, we want to get the measurements perfectly. But I'm so excited for the backsplash. I'm hoping it's going to look good because we're not using real tile. So, I mean, in all the pictures I've seen, it looks really good. And like a lot of reviews I read, people, I feel like 80% of people really love it. There's like the 20% that doesn't. So I hope it does look good because I'm not gonna lie, these smart tiles are expensive. It is still cheaper than actual tile, but my husband was like kind of doing the math and he was saying not by much. However, it is less work because you don't have to like slab it and stick it on. And we've never done tile before. Well, I'll be honest, I've never done any of this before. You know, my husband's doing all of the man work. I am just filming it. But you know, he's never done tile before, but I know him, he could totally figure it out. But hopefully this does look good because if it doesn't, then I don't know what we're gonna do. But fingers crossed. Oh my gosh, I love this. This looks so good. You can definitely tell that the vinyl is glossy. I feel like I tried showing you guys yesterday that it's glossy and I don't know, I felt like I wasn't doing a good job, but I love this so much. This looks so good. So we are gonna go down the middle all the way down. And then I think we are gonna go just down here only to like the white part, I think is as far we're gonna go. Cause like I said, we're not gonna go all the way completely because there's no point since the machines are going to cover those bottom portions. But this is looking so good. What's going on, you guys? So I am in present day. I am currently editing this video, and I decided that I am going to make this a two-part video just because I am currently at 20 minutes before this clip here that you're watching. So it's going to be a pretty long video, and I already have, I think I have 2 or 3 days left of footage that I need to edit. So I decided I'm just gonna make this into 2 parts because I don't want it to be crazy long and then get boring. So good news is though, is that our laundry room is done. My husband finished it about 4 or 5 days ago, and it looks really good, and I'm very excited about it. So the good thing is though, is that the laundry room is done, so it's not like you're going to have to wait weeks, you know, months for the second part to the video. If all goes well, I'll have the second part up tomorrow, but if not, definitely the same week that this video uploaded. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. That way you don't miss part 2 as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.